What's up, everybody? This is Colin from Holistic Heritage Homestead. I hope you're all well. I believe this is nodding thistle. This also might be known as milk thistle. This also might be known as musk thistle. I used Picture This app to identify this plant, and it came up as nodding thistle. Let me know in the comments below if you folks think that is correct. What I want to know from you super smart, awesome people is this a horrible, invasive, bad plant? Or, as I am inclined to think, is this a beneficial plant? Is this a good plant to have around? Quick research showed this came up as invasive. That's right, the horrible I word, invasive. Folks, just because something comes up as invasive, just because you hear something is invasive, don't freak out. Don't cut it down and burn it right away, because there's different opinions. If you learn anything from this video, I want to encourage you folks to get second opinions, get third opinions, do lots of research. Don't believe the first thing you read. Don't believe the first thing you hear, because not everything you read, not everything you hear is correct, folks. This plant, what I see is a beautiful plant with beautiful purple flowers. Before I saw like 7, 8, 9 butterflies on this thing. So the pollinators clearly like this plant. It's a cool looking plant. This plant is growing in our driveway in very shallow soil. So that shows me it's tough. And this plant can really grow many places. Now, this does have thorns, so I will say be very careful. These thorns are sharp, okay? I've stepped on these things and they do hurt, so be careful. Quick research showed that this plant might have medicinal benefits. If it is milk thistle is a supplement you can buy that has properties that are beneficial for your liver. I believe it helps detox the liver. So don't believe everything you hear. Sometimes you'll see something, you'll read something, and you'll hear that it's toxic when actually it's edible. Sometimes here's a tip for you folks, just because it says it's toxic or it's not edible, it's not always true, because sometimes it's certain parts of plants are not edible and certain parts are. Also, sometimes there are plants that they'll say are toxic, but actually it just has to be prepared a certain way, soaked for a certain amount of time perhaps, cooked for a certain amount of time perhaps. So do more research. I will tell you folks, and this is an opinion, but you can do what you want with this opinion. Sadly, there are people in the world that want you folks to be sick, and they want you to be hungry, okay? They want you to buy their products to make you feel better. They want you to buy their food. If people were educated and they knew there was medicine all around them, plants growing in your yard right now, for example, that have solid science to support medicinal qualities and medicinal benefits, then people might be more self-sufficient. They might not rely on these so-called experts that have bias and the experts that are trying to make money. That's all I'm going to say about that. I am not a doctor. I am not an expert. I am not a nutritionist, but I also know how to read. And I also could do research. And I'm also a person with strong logic and critical thinking capabilities. And many other people are as well. If you can go all natural, that is irrefutably the best way to go. So if these have medicinal benefits, maybe I don't mind these things popping up on our property. Just saying. If we could eat these, maybe I don't mind these popping up on our property. And as far as invasive, they have not taken over our property. Plenty of space without these plants. So for me, I'm thinking if they are invasive, I could easily manage the plants. Sometimes just chop them down before they go to seed, mow them, and you're good to go. Don't freak out. Don't believe all the fear, folks. A lot of people like to push fear. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this plant? What do you know about this plant? Is this a proper identification? Is this the nodding thistle possibly AKA milk thistle, possibly AKA musk thistle, okay? Native peoples have been using different plants for hundreds of years, thousands of years in some cases, and modern science supports there are so many benefits to a lot of the things growing all around us, folks, okay? If you like thought-provoking videos like this, if you like videos that bring certain plants to your attention, make you do some research, make you spark an interest perhaps in learning about certain plants, please subscribe, because in this channel, we're gonna encourage you folks to think outside the box. We're gonna encourage you folks to be creative. We're gonna encourage you folks to be free thinkers and get more than one opinion, okay? Especially when it comes to taking care of your families and being self-sufficient. Let us know what you think about this plant in the comments below. Take care.